Kelly here, and I am back with another video for my Casing Genius series. Today I'm going to be using the Amaryllis set from W+9 along with the Pretty Peonies. So this is like super special awesome week because it's my 1 year anniversary for Casing Genius. So I wanted to do something that would be different and special and really like bring the crafting community into what it is that I do. So let me just say before we get too far into it, I cut a mask, a square mask, and I laid that down and I drew myself like a really light line. So that's how I know where to stamp these flowers. And then I'm going to go ahead and mask them along with some leaves because I wanted to do some distress inking. I based my card on Marika's card from when I cased her way back and forever ago. I mean, it was a year's a long time. I can't remember what month I did it, but I linked to it on the blog. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put that mask, all of my stamping is masked, and then I'm going to put that mask in place so I can do some distress inking over the square that's left open. So I'm using Abandoned Coral, Ripe Persimmon, Picked Raspberry, and Wilted Violet, which is the new distressing color, which I'm totally in love with because it's like electric purple. But anyway, I started off with I did buy the Ranger mini foam applicators, and that's what I started off with, and it was like a hot mess. Just look at that. It's a hot mess. So I don't know if it's because I haven't used them very much and there's not a lot of ink that's accumulated on my foam yet. But eventually I just gave up and went back to the old square ones. I know people complain that they got lines with the old square ones. I never did. And so here I am. I've gone back. But anyway, so back to the celebration of the 1 year anniversary. I hit up some of my friends for some prizes to do a giveaway. And so I really wanted to get everybody involved. And so I decided I was going to host a challenge. So basically the challenge is, and the link is in the description below if you're watching on YouTube, so please come over and visit. You have to case one of the geniuses that I've cased this year. And then you have to nominate somebody else that you super love and are inspired by to be a genius. So, and like, you know, visit each other's blogs and love each other and be encouraging and spread warm fuzzies all around Blogland. Like, that's what I want you to do. So, there's really, really awesome sponsors here. Make It Crafty and W+9, Create a Smile, Marker Pop, Paper Smooches, Neat and Tangled. Like, all of these girls are my friends, and I basically was like, hey, can I have some of your stuff to give to somebody else and make them happy? And then they were all like, of course we want to make people happy. And so here you go. Like, isn't that awesome? So here I'm using the Jennifer McGuire trick because somehow I got ink on my white card base. So I'm just using my craft knife to really lightly scratch it away. And then I'm going to hit that spot up with a white eraser to just smooth it out. And then you're never even going to know. Like, I promise you, when you see the final result, you're never even going to know that happened, except for the fact that you just watched me do it. So I'm zooming in to do some Copic coloring, and when I had done Marika's original case, I really loved her first card, but I wanted to incorporate all three. This time when I went back in, I took the florals from the second card, and I basically took the entire layout from the first card because I just loved it so much, and she had this beautiful distressing background, and I loved how I think it's a little monkey, I think it's a little mama elephant monkey, is like hanging outside of her little square, and it was just totally adorable and perfectly clean and simple, and so I wanted to do that. So I'm starting with my lightest color, and I filled in the whole leaf, and then I'm using the flicking technique, so just the tip of my marker to add in some shading, working from lightest to darkest, and then my darkest back out to my lightest, and I colored all the leaves the same way. This is probably the shortest video that I think I've ever done. Well, it's one of the shortest for sure, but it's because the post on my blog is like heinous long. Like, so, like, you got to get a cup of coffee and just settle in and, you know, like put your feet up to read that thing. It's super long, but it's all necessary information. So sorry. Anyway, I wanted to do white flowers. I just really felt like that background was kind of like tropical, and I know we're heading into fall, but I pretty much don't care. I love bright colors, and I wanted to use bright colors. I wanted to do a little bit of a thank you card. If you have not seen the girls that I have cased over the past year, all my geniuses, and then along with the girls from the A to Z scrapbook team, like totally put together this mad, crazy, awesome blog hop for me to celebrate my blog turning 1. And I was just so completely touched. And a special thank you to Marika and Nina Marie, because I know you guys did so much work and got everything together, and you're wonderful and amazing, and I love you. Anyway, here I picked a very light red. It's a pink, dude. It's a pink. Just to add in just a little bit of color to my white flowers, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the stamens in some yellows. Just again, I mean, they would be yellow in nature, so and plus it's a nice little pop. And I just love the way these flowers turned out. The amaryllis, apparently, I didn't know this until Dawn drew this set, but it's very traditionally a Christmas flower. And I wanted to show you that it doesn't have to be Christmas. Like, you can make these flowers any time of year. And I just feel like this is totally cute and tropical and just right up my alley. So I'm using a white gel pen to highlight the stamen at the very end, and then I'm going to outline everything just like I always do in a black journaling pen, and this just helps that image pop, especially with those bright colors. Black makes it like, I mean, just look at it, it just jumps off the page at you. So, and of course, it wouldn't be a Kelly card if there wasn't some sort of shadow on there. So I'm going in with my C's, and originally I thought I was just going to do the outside, but I actually did end up giving the actual petals some shadow, as you can see there. So I started off with C5, and then I covered it all in C3, and then again in C1 just to blend it out. Here, I forgot to show you, it's so my bad. It's a hand lettered thank you. I think it's the hand lettered thank you. This is also W+9. I love these big fat scripty sentiments. I cannot stop using them. Like, I may need an intervention. I'm kidding. Don't do the intervention, because then I want to stop using them. I love them so much. So I'm using my Misty because Dawn's created the set to be thank you or thanks, and so the S is on the end, and I wanted to make sure everything lined up. I used a white gel pen to outline my sentiment, and then I used a journaling marker to fill in any areas what I went over. And that's basically going to be the card. I think I added a little bit of Wink Stella. But I do hope that you will hop over to the blog and then hit up the blog hop too, because they're giving away prizes as well. And thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope that you will come join in my celebration, and I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll see you later. Bye.